Sean Locke, the 22nd of April 1963 to the 16th of August 2021, was an English comedian and actor. He began his comedy career as a comedian and in 2000 won the British Comedy Award in the category of Best Live Comic and was nominated for the Perrier Comedy Award. He was a team captain on the Channel 4 comedy panel show 8 out of 10 Cats from 2005 to 2015, and on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown from 2012 until his death in 2021. Locke frequently appeared on stage, television and radio. His routines were often surreal and delivered in a deadpan style. He also wrote material for Bill Bailey, Lee Evans and Mark Lamar. Locke was voted the 55th greatest stand-up comic on Channel 4's 100 Greatest Stand-Ups in 2007, and was ranked 19th in the updated 2010 list. He was a frequent guest on other panel shows including BBC's Have I Got News For You, She and They Think It's All Over. Early life. Locke was born in Chertsey, Surrey, on the 22nd of April 1963. His father was Sidney Locke, who worked in the building industry, and his mother was Mary, née Macreish, whose family hailed from Culleval, County Armagh, present-day Northern Ireland. Locke, the youngest of 4 children, was raised in Woking, Surrey, where he attended St. John the Baptist School. During Locke's teenage years, he watched art house films on BBC Two, and named Andrei Tarkovsky's 1979 science fiction film Stalker as one that affected him greatly. In 1981, he left education with a grade E in English A-level. Afterwards, his father got him a job stripping concrete panels off buildings. After spending 7 years as a laborer, he traveled, taking on different jobs. For 6 weeks, he worked on a French farm as a goat herder and worked on a kibbutz in Israel. During this period, he also worked as a toilet cleaner and a Department of Health and Social Security office worker. During his work as a laborer, he developed skin cancer. He then decided to pursue acting and enrolled at the Drama Centre London, though soon realized he made an error. He quit and returned to being a laborer. After Locke saw comedians like Alexei Sayle and Paul Merton performing in comedy clubs, he decided to pursue comedy. Throughout this time, he visited comedy shows in London pubs and started doing open mic spots as a hobby. In 1988, Locke had his first official gig at a pub in Stoke Newington, London. After being paid £15 for his 20 minutes, he realized he could pursue being a comedian as a career. Locke's early television work included a supporting role alongside Rob Newman and David Baddiel in the 1993 series Newman and Baddiel in Pieces, including touring with them as their support act. Frank Skinner and Eddie Izzard are credited as major influences on his comedy. A popular belief is that Locke was the first stand-up comedian to perform at Wembley Arena, as he was the support act for Newman and Baddiel. But, while Locke was the support act, he only featured in skits in the middle of the show. 15 Minutes of Misery and 15 Stories High. Locke made regular appearances on various radio panel shows and script edited for Bill Bailey's 1998 BBC Two series, Is It Bill Bailey? In December 1998, he launched his own show on BBC Radio 4, 15 Minutes of Misery, originally as a 5-episode pilot. These shows also featured actors Kevin Eldon and Hattie Hayridge. The premise involved Locke eavesdropping on his neighbors in his South London tower block, all played by Locke, Eldon and Hayridge, using a bugging device fitted by his plumber, Hot Bob Eldon, which was known as the Bugger King, and had nothing to do with meat or sex. 15 Minutes of Misery lasted for one series of 6 programs in late 1998 and early 1999. In 1999, 15 Minutes of Misery was expanded into the half-hour series 15 Stories High, co-written by Locke and Martin Treneman. From ostensibly the same tower block, Locke's character was now given a flatmate, the hapless Errol, and a job at the local swimming baths, as well as a somewhat dour and intolerant demeanor. The bugging device was no longer used, but the antics of Locke's neighbors still featured heavily in the show. The plots for this series were more linear in a traditional sitcom style, although they still showed Locke's brand of dark, surreal humor. 15 Stories High would transfer to television after 2 radio series, with Locke's character renamed Vince, for a further 2 series in 2002 and 2004. Initially aired on BBC Choice, it follows a cynical Vince and his naive flatmate Errol, Benedict Wong. It attracted a cult following after its release as a VHS box set and on DVD. Other work in 1995, Locke played an escaped murderer in an episode of The World of Lee Evans, alongside Lee Evans and Phil Daniels. Locke wrote the screenplay for Andrew Cotting's 2001 feature film This Filthy Earth, based on the novel La Terra by Émile Zola. In 2004, Locke had a guest appearance in television's first ever dope opera, Top Buzzer, written by Johnny Vaughan. In 2005 he became a regular T.M. captain on the Channel 4 panel game 8 out of 10 Cats. In an article at the time of his death, The Guardian said Locke will be best remembered as a team captain for the first 18 series of 8 out of 10 Cats, and he quickly emerged as its biggest star. He was a team captain on 8 out of 10 Cats between 2005 and 2015, and on its spin-off 8 out of 10 Cats Countdown between 2012 and 2021. In spring 2006, he hosted his own entertainment show on Channel 4 called TV Heaven, Telly Hell. Locke narrated the BBC production World Cup Goals Galore in 2006. In 2008 he appeared on the Big Fat Quiz of the Year, on a team with James Corden. Locke also appeared on many popular British TV panel shows including Have I Got News For You, She and They Think It's All Over. He was also a celebrity guest in The Last Leg. Locke became the curator for the second radio series of the Museum of Curiosity in 2009, taking over from Bill Bailey. In 2010, Locke took part in Channel 4's Comedy Gala, a benefit show held in aid of Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital, filmed live at the O2 Arena. He also appeared in a spoof video produced by Shelter, the housing charity, to highlight the problem of rogue landlords. In 2011, he took over from John Sargent as the host of the Dave comedy panel show, Argumental. In 2019, Locke featured in episode 4 of the BBC comedy series Mandy. Comedic style Locke was known for his surreal style, deadpan delivery, and dry humor. The Guardian stated that he was celebrated for his carefully crafted surreal content and imaginative observational wit. Locke stated that comedy is not always easy, saying, "The real secret is every day spending tedious hours straining over a blank sheet of paper trying to think of something funny. Some days I'd rather try and lay an egg." Ed Power of the Daily Telegraph described his persona as studiedly obtuse. He said Locke's topics included political correctness, existential woe, and the difficulties of being a football supporter, which gave him irresistible everyman quality. Power described him as a Samuel Beckett trapped inside a Tommy Cooper punchline. Power also suggested that his persona was so convincing because it matched what he was like off stage. Fellow comedian Harry Hill said, "People are tempted to pigeonhole him as dark or surreal, but he was more than that. He had a playful side, a wide-eyed wonder at the world." Personal life: Locke and his wife, Anushka Nara Giltsov, had 2 daughters, born in 2004 and 2006, and a son born in 2009. The family lived in the Muswell Hill area of London. Locke was diagnosed with skin cancer in 1990, attributing the condition to overexposure to the sun while working as a builder in the early 1980s. After seeing his doctor, he was referred to a dermatologist at Guy's Hospital, London, and made a full recovery. In May 2012, he gave his support to a sun awareness event at the hospital. Locke was a supporter of Chelsea FC and was an active supporter of the Muswell Hill Soup Kitchen. In December 2020, Locke made a video to help raise funds for Edible London, a charity that aimed to provide ingredients for 1 million meals to help those struggling in lockdown. In the clip, he quipped, "I'm Sean Locke. You may know me as that bloke off the telly whose name you can't remember." Death on the 16th of August 2021, Locke died of cancer at his home, aged 58. According to Bill Bailey, a close friend of Locke's, he had been diagnosed with advanced lung cancer a few years ago. Those who paid tribute included fellow 8 out of 10 Cats performers Jimmy Carr, John Richardson, Rachel Riley, and Susie Dent. Many comedians, including Omid Jalili, Ricky Gervais, Lee Mack, Eddie Izzard, Alan Davies, David Mitchell, Rob Brydon, Dara O'Brien, Vic Reeves, Joe Brand, Jonathan Ross, Stuart Lee and Stephen Fry, Chelsea FC, Chi, and Channel 4. Harry Hill wrote a piece in The Guardian, describing him as the comedian's comedian. On the 19th of August 2021, Channel 4 aired a tribute to Locke, showing his stand-up show Keep It Light along with an episode of 8 out of 10 Cats Countdown. Chelsea Football Club paid tribute to Locke on the 11th of September during their fixture against Aston Villa with a 1-minute applause during the 58th, the age at which he died, minute of the match. Fans of Locke called for his book The Tiger Who Came for a Pint, a parody book read on 8 out of 10 Cats Countdown based on the children's book The Tiger Who Came to Tea, to be published, with some fans suggesting the proceeds should go to cancer research in his honor. In addition, the tribute night of programming prompted fans and friends, including Kathy Burke, to call for the BBC to add 15 Stories High to its online service. After seeing that there were a lot of fans of Locke's work, the BBC released both series of the show onto its iPlayer service on the 27th of August 2021. Filmography Television Radio Stand-Up DVDs Awards and Nominations. Locke was voted the 55th Gr. stand-up comic on Channel 4's 100 Greatest Stand-Ups in 2007 and is the 19th greatest stand-up comic in the updated 2010 list. Notes references external links official website Sean Locke at the British Film Institute Sean Locke at IMDb Sean Locke writes the foreword for the novel Nappy Rash by Mark Cotting on Wrecking Ball Press ISBN 1-903110-1658 out of 10 Cats does Countdown on YouTube from Channel 4.